Hello everyone, welcome back to Castlevania Circle of the Moon. My name is Dario, and the last part, we got the double, which allows us to double jump just like that. And kind of like Zelda, actually. I don't mean to keep making comparisons to it, but pretty much anytime you get a new item, it allows you to explore a new area of the castle. So that's what we're going to be doing. These damn hoppers are back from before. What's this? Gauntlet. Oh, okay. Let's see. Might as well just replace the magic gauntlet because that does nothing for us. So, we get speaking of does nothing for us, we get another MP max. I checked over the last part actually right before I started this, and I realized I forgot to mention. So the musical cue from Castlevania 64 was the boss theme. It's the same as like the mini boss theme in that game. So once again, I'm a little biased because I really do love Castlevania 64. But it's so cool because, and I think that's why I gravitated towards this game a little bit. Because it's made by the same like division, so there's like a few nods to it and such. I never ran this way before. I never showed this off, but you couldn't get past this without the double. Your jump just can't do it, but that double just gives you that little boost more. So, oh, that is not worth it. Put on cotton clothes. So the next area of the game is going to be the Abyss Stairway. These next couple of areas we're going to be exploring quite a bit. So we're back in the catacombs, as you can see. It's a nice little shortcut. We couldn't get up there before because, once again, the double. The daily double.
Daily double.
What if... Maybe it's like... Because why they just call it the double? Because when you look at the item, it's obviously a necklace. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like double or something. But anyways, we're just going to stop here to get a quick save point. I really don't think I was going to die, but I don't know. After losing my save file on the cartridge, I guess I'm just nervous. Like my computer's going to crash or something. I think at that point, if my computer crashes while playing this, like, I should just take it as a sign, like, okay, just don't play this game. Which is, it's not even that bad of a game, honestly. Like, it's really fun. You know. Well, actually, this mode's really fun. Well, okay, I take that back. The original mode's pretty good, too. It's not that bad. So I'm going to start off by saying, this theme that's currently playing, I absolutely love it. It is my favorite track in just all of Castlevania. The name of the track is Sinking Old Sanctuary. It originally appeared in Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis, Nintendo Genesis. That's correct, right? The Sega Genesis. So, really great theme. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so it's probably one of the themes you're going to be hearing the most throughout the game. So, I mean, I think that's another reason why I really like this game. Also, what kind of stairwell is this? Like, you can see the stairs in the background, but as opposed to other Castlevania games where you, like, strut your way up, they're just like, nah, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. You just gotta jump the shit. Speaking of which... Okay, that's enough. I don't know. I wanted to show off that little thing you can do. You can't walk upstairs, you can just do that. Anyways, I'm wasting time. Let's go. Come on. What was I gonna say? So this is an area of the game we cannot access yet. We're probably gonna run into a couple more of those later on. So if there's one good thing about doing a prior playthrough of this game is that I'm not gonna get stuck as easily because I was running around quite a bit in the other one. Because, you know, I just didn't know where things were. I didn't remember. Because, as I said, I played this game when I was about 9, and I'm 24 now, so that's like, what, 13? No, that's like... Is that like 15 years? I can't do math right now. I'm playing games, so my math might be off. Oh, wait, no, it's... Wait. Okay, if I play this game in 2003... Oh, yeah, that's like 15 years. Okay, I did do my math right. Wow. One of the things I mentioned in the previous part was Oh god, I wish. See, I'm just gonna be. Okay, I promise. I'm not gonna be referencing my previous playthrough this whole time, but there was a few good moments that I wish I could keep. One of them was I was talking about Shrek, because Shrek came out, I think, like 8 months after, or no, like 6 months after this game. So I was thinking, like, you know, someone is very possible. Someone, you know, in fact, that someone might have been me, like playing this game while watching Shrek. And I forgot how the topic of Shrek came up. I mean, not that it matters. Shrek always comes up somehow, of course. But whatever. See, I can't recreate the moment. It kind of just happened. But then again, I mean, it came about because I was just trying to kill time while running from area to area. I'll tell you one thing, I'm doing a lot better though. And I think it's because I'm not using the GameCube controller. Because the D-pad on that game is so small. And using the control stick is not as accurate. I only got to play it a little bit with the Game Boy Advance hooked up to it, which just made it a whole lot easier. I always love playing like games with their original controller in mind. Like it feels like legitimate. Yeah, pretty much legitimate. I couldn't think of a better word, but that'll have to do. As you see, this is the audience room. I don't know what really makes an audience, but you know. I guess this is a good time to bring it up. So this is something I did talk about in my previous part, but it's a question I've always had about the game. So in the beginning of the game, it mentions that it's 1830 and this game takes place in an old Austrian castle. Now, if you know your Castlevania lore, you'll know that Castlevania is in Transylvania, the province of Wallachia. That's usually where it takes place. There have been a few games where, you know, you're not in Castlevania technically, but in this case, you know, we're in Austria, or at least an Austrian-made castle. So this castle has been around before the revival of Dracula. Speaking of which, just happens to be the room we first met him in. We could jump down, but that's just gonna be a waste of time. But as I was saying, so this game takes place not in Castlevania, technically, because Castlevania is the name of Dracula's castle, but this castle has always existed before Dracula, so, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's like, it has nothing to do with Zelda, but it's still called a Zelda game. So I just found it very interesting, and it kind of brings up like a ship of thesis kind of argument, you know, question where it's like, what is Castlevania? What is like, what counts as Dracula's castle technically? And so the way, like, my headcanon, I guess, you know, the way I put it, or the way I understand it, I guess, is kind of like how the president, you know, like when the president of the United States is on a, you know, he has his plane, like Air Force One, like that is the president's plane. However, from what I've grown to understand, and I could be mistaken, but any plane the president gets on becomes Air Force One, like, you know, just solely due to he's the president. So, ooh, look at that. So, quick side note, there's a lot of those hidden areas throughout the game, like little breakable walls you can do, or little breakable walls you can attack and fall away. You can usually tell, because it's just like, you know, you see this slope going up to nowhere, so it's usually good to give a quick little, you know, little whip to see if there's something back there. But anyways, that was pretty much finished with my thought, like, so I wonder if it's the same thing for Dracula, where it's like any castle he walks in becomes Castlevania. Like, it just becomes Dracula's castle. Like, what if this was Camilla's castle, and as soon as she resurrected Dracula, it's like, it's Dracula's castle now. But then again, she'd probably just bequeath with, did I say that right? Bequeath? You know, betrothed? No, that's marriage. Whatever, she probably just gave the castle to him. Anyways, I talked way too long about what counts as Castlevania and what doesn't. We are doing pretty well for ourselves, though. I mean, killing everything in our path with ease. The only problem is it's kind of making things take forever. So So these axes in the game, or armors technically, they're pretty much going to be the bane of your existence. Even at my high, my high HP right now, they still cause a lot of damage. And they do take a few hits to kill. They're pretty formidable enemies. So, and there's a bunch of variations of them. So, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to deal with them. Let's see. Let me just run past these. I'm kind of tired of fighting them. Alright, let's see where we're at. We can't go up. Okay, let's go to the bottom right then. Oh, wait, that's right, we can't. So... Oh, crap. Oh, okay, right above us. We go back to where we were. And I really hate how... the people designing this game, they did this intentionally. Like, they always put, like, a skeleton right above you, and you have to platform your way past them. Because they throw those little bones, and that little bone is just enough to toss you back and ruin your day. Can I do better? So, this will actually be a decent time for me to mention the backgrounds in this game. Like, if you look in the background right now, just admire the detail and the work put into this game. Like, this was an early 2001 Game Boy Advance game. So, it's quite remarkable, like, the art and detail they were able to do. And hell, even the sound quality. The Game Boy Advance was never known to be, like, a pleasant sounding system. But they still were able to get a lot out of it. They were able to get a lot of mileage out of the system, so pretty impressive. Like, look at that painting in the background. So there's quite a few areas in the game I do want to point out, and, when I get to them, just because you run past them so much, and they kind of just become background noise after a while, but it's something to appreciate. Usually long, like, you notice how, like, all that space over there, usually there isn't, hidden areas back there. Now, if it's like, if you're up against the wall and there's, like, that much room left, then usually there's a pathway, but that's not always the case. So, I don't know why I mentioned that, actually. Maybe I should have just not. Somehow that axe did not hit me. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. So, doing down on my D-pad for some reason automatically turns me. Like, I have to press right and down to stay that way, so it's gonna be a little bit annoying. But I mean, hell, this mode is kind of easy enough already, so I guess I really couldn't complain, or shouldn't complain. So, let's see. We should almost be to the boss area. Let's see. We're still exploring new areas we haven't gone to yet, so that's the important thing. This game does not tell you where to go. You kind of just have to do a little bit of guesswork, but really, if you just look at your map, or kind of remember, like, oh, I need the double jump in this area. Like, there's quite a few, areas to explore. Like, you'll figure out where to go. You just have to kind of remember. So, by that token, this isn't really a good game to, like, pick up and then stop playing for a few months. Because you'll kind of forget where everything is and what to do and stuff, so... It's, there's a few games like that. I know Final Fantasy 3 is like that for sure. Like, if you stop playing that game, you might as well just reset the game, because it's, you kind of forget everything. Or not everything, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Let's see, I think... Oh, wait, I'm so dumb. I think we're supposed to go above. Speaking of which, what kind of castle is this that has just... Is this like Hogwarts or something? Like, suspended staircases everywhere? Let's see. We're getting stonewalled a lot right now, but as soon as we get some more items, those blocks won't even be there. But yeah, we're supposed to go above, I believe. But it's good to kind of get some of the exploration out of the way. So we already explored like 3 new areas. We explored the Abyss Stairwell, the Audience Room, the Triumph Hallway, and now the Outer Wall. So, yeah, they kind of really lay it on, like, this is a new adventure. So, here's a good example of in this one I just found on my own, honestly. So it looks like there's nothing here. You know, maybe you kind of just whip around right there. And I think it's just a hard upgrade, but still, it's a nice little thing to show. Alright. Won't complain about getting cards, because, I mean, all we really have are sub-weapons as, like, little, you know, as our secondary weapon. We don't have any magic or anything, so... Somehow didn't get hit by that. We're actually doing pretty good on items right now. I did not get this lucky previously, so... which I guess is a good time to bring up. As I mentioned, I think before, when you're playing this game normally, cards also have a chance of dropping from enemies too. And certain enemies have higher rates of dropping, you know, certain cards and stuff. So it's a little hard to play because even when I did my playthrough years ago, I never came across many cards. I think in total, let's see, you see how many are on the screen here. There's like 10, 11 or so. Well, double that, so it's like 22. I think maybe in total I got like 10. Like, and I played a lot. I played that game a ton. So, yeah, that's... The DSS system is interesting because you saw there's a lot of variation, a lot of things you can do. It's quite robust, but with you're being reliant on, you know, RNG, you know, just the randomness, the random nature of things. So it can be a little bit annoying because, especially since a lot of powerful abilities are locked behind certain card combinations. Another MP max, totally useless. Let's see, is there another thing here? I think that's a save point up there. Let's see if I'm right. I am. So we're almost to the boss door, if I recall right. I believe the boss is like the necromancer, and I only know that because, as I said, I just played through this. Alright, so... Wow! Nathan's a badass. You just saw he just stood at that and looked at that axe like, come on, come at me. You can do shit. So, we're almost at a level up actually, so it's probably worthwhile to do it. I kind of ran into an issue on my previous playthrough because, and I promise I won't keep bringing that up, but because you're so strong, like, it's very easy to beat bosses and kind of get under-leveled at a certain point because you just want to run through everything. You just want to keep just, you know, you don't want to deal with these. Like, it's very easy just to dodge things. I mean, most of the time you get hit in the process, but still, it's quicker than fighting them. I don't know, I just went silent for a second, I don't know why. But I think in this case, I'm playing with a better controller, so it's like, it's not that big of a hassle to try to platform and precisely attack. Let's see, we're almost there, I believe. I'm just gonna, you know what, screw it, just tank it. Those damn electric skeletons. How many skeletons can there be, like, possibly? These are a lot. Like, there's like fire ones, bomb ones, boomerang ones. Oh, see, there it is. As I was ranting about things. Oh my god, and I was just ranting about skeletons, and guess what this boss is? Oh, well, I guess it's technically a robe. Extraordinary! To be dropped into the abyss and still live. But your luck is about to run out. Get out of my way, child. Before I finish you, I will tell you some news. Your precious master is already in our power. What? That old man will feed us his soul. The rite has been prepared, and we only await the full moon. No! So, I just realized I didn't save in a little bit. So, I really hope I don't die, because this boss is a little bit challenging. Especially when I keep just jumping into those balls like that. I was not trying to be funny, I'm literally jumping into those balls. Alright. Damn it. But, kind of like Cerberus, we should not have too much trouble. I have a decent amount of health. Like, I've gotten hit like 8 times already. I thought I beat him for a sec. There's a second form. Who do you think you are, the final boss? You don't get to have multiple forms. That's Dracula's thing. I do not remember seeing this attack, though. Let's see. So, he's kind of like a skeleton gargoyle type thing. Oh my god, skeletons! Just as I was complaining about them. It's like he knew. It's like the game knew. I do not remember seeing this stuff. I think I beat him a lot faster. Oh well, he's dead now, so... I guess you can say it's a dead issue. Do my little victory dance. I kind of wish the orb dropped so I can jump and do the whip, like in previous games. I know Master is still alive. Hold on, I'll be there. Though, where is you? Let's see what we get. Tackle. Forward special. Move button makes the player charge. So if you press any direction and hit R, you know, you'll do the charge. So all those cracked blocks we were running across, that's pretty much how we destroy them. So with that in mind, or I guess with that said, that'll about do it for this part. Let me try to find the save point. I think there's a save point somewhere. Probably right here. No! Okay, let's try lower? No? Let's try over here. This will be entered? Okay, I don't know where the save point is. Oh well, it doesn't matter. That'll do it for this part. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I don't die. But I will see you guys next time. Take care.